Let me say yeah. Let me say yeah.
Welcome back to Rottumer Island. So we are just doing the last, well, 2.5 passes now of our corn in field 2. You'll have seen a little bit of a montage at the start. I haven't done one of those for a while, and being quite honest, I didn't want my my licenses on Licked to expire, so I wanted to use one, and yeah, I hope you appreciated the tune that I used. I haven't heard that song for years. The old 2 Unlimited. So the plan is get this drilled, planted, whatever we want to call it, get it rolled. Look like the beacons were on then on that. Yeah, get this done, get it rolled. Then we can advance into May, at which point we should then be at a point where the grass is fully grown, ready to harvest, maximum possible yield available. Job is a good one. So that is the cunning plan. It's not even necessarily cunning, that is the plan. So yeah, let's crack on with it. We won't do all of the rolling on camera, but I'll show you a bit of it, and then yeah, we'll advance some time and keep the cows. They should be alright on the hay that they've got. But yeah, then we can test out the zero grazing. So the rolling is about done. I don't know why I roll my R's when I say rolling or Rottumer. Weird, aren't I? No comments, thank you. So that is, we've got the help cruise control deactivation thing ticked. So we're done with that. So we can get that folded up, gouge some tire marks into the field. Bum. Thank you very much. The planter is back at the yard. Now, I'm gonna keep hold of it, I think. Just so... Can we bump through here? Yes, we can. Just in case there is any planting jobs, funnily enough. I haven't looked, but it could be a worthwhile foray to make ourselves a little bit of cash. I'm not going to be massively paying jobs, I don't think, but it wasn't a great deal to lease, so we might as well hang on to it. We'll have a look and go from there. I'm just thinking whether it's worth looking now before we rest and then double checking in the morning, because we could just set it off on a worker and get that done that way. Now we need to get into May for the grass, which we've said, so we won't be hanging around too much, but I think we can double check what's going on in the contract world. So let's wait there. And where are we? No, it's that one. So loads of wrapping, loads of fertilizer, loads of herring sowing. Grass. Grass. Doesn't differentiate, does it? No. So, I mean, we could... let's just... No, we can't do that with that. So we would need the planter, but... Now, it'd be interesting, actually. Let's take a quick look at... So the corn can go into May. Second grass, second green beans. And quite a few of the others. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the rollers away. Try and keep the place tidy. We might even give them a rinse off first. Then we'll rest, get into May, check the contracts. If there's something we can set off with the case, then fine, we'll do that. If not, we'll just get the grass mown and yeah, fed to the cows. So we're into May, and actually today is the 1st of May, which very rarely falls like that. So we're just gonna unpart that. Top straw up with what we've got in there. That's all fine. Now, oh, I've done it again. And I wonder why I get called Crash Tech. So we'll dump this. That tree might have to go. We will put this here. Now, let's just have a look. So, straw is fine. Mill? Of course, I've got my Maize Plus head on then. 6,767 litres already. 10,500 litres of manure. Slurry, 13,000. They've got 13,000 litres of hay left, which is fine. Now, mowing. Did the seeding ones disappear? They did, which is meh. But what we will do is we will accept that. 40 hours, was it 40? Yeah, 40 hours left to do that. So that is fine. So that engine is off. Did I leave this running? Yes, I did. There we go. Now, I'm hoping, and we probably should just double check this before we start, that this fits in cowshed. What is running now? Are you run? Oh my word, we've left that running overnight. That is just shocking behaviour. Right, let's get this spun around. Only using this one because it's the one that's just easiest to get. I'll say that, the Massey's right there. Never mind. So what we'll do is, it's that one for speed. There we go. Come on. There we go. Right. Yes, we can go that way, can't we? So what we'll do is we'll just check that this will back in to cowshed, because failing that, we might have to get a smaller one, which might be alright. It is difficult to tell, so let's get that pulled round there. Let's see if we cannot do this, or we can do this first time. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh. That is bang on. Right, so that can stay there. Where's the there's the fence just poking out from the side. Now, which field do we want to do? So we're going from there. We could come straight through there. I think we'll do field 10. I think we'll do 10. So we'll start with 10. Anything we don't use will get bailed. And I think that sounds like a bit of a cunning. That is a cunning plan. Right, so field 10 is here. So what I'm going to do, just because we are on the... Yeah, that's Crooch. Yeah, that's good. Right, I'm going to get rid of a bit of the mist, and we'll start some mowing. So we're on to the second headland, and let me just sort the volume level in my ear. Apologies for that. So I've just messaged Marnux, the map creator. If you're new, if you are new, welcome. So he is... Let's get the motors lifted up. I can't do two things at once these days. I'm so out of practice. He is working on an update for the map. Now, what do we want to do here? Let's freehand it. He is working on an update for the map. There we go. But rather sensibly, he's waiting until precision farming launches, which is only 7 days away now. So that's not too far away, obviously. Or not obviously. It's going to take him time to get all that sorted. Why am I reversing when we can just go this way? So he will have the map precision farming ready. It will have the zero grazing that we... Ooh, wrong button. That we are using now included in it. So the title of the video is probably going to be zero grazing coming to FS25, which is kind of clickbaity, but at the same time it isn't, because it is coming to FS25. You know, I'm not lying. Right, let's get this little bit done here, and then we can back up again. There we go. And finish the field off. So he said to me he's working on other things as well. Now, I don't know what they are. He hasn't said. But we know that it will be precision farming ready. Not precision farming ready. And it will have zero grazing added into it. So you will be able to do what I am going to do shortly, which is very cool. Let's just skip a row here. In fact, we'll go over another one and catch this side first. Now, the only thing with the in-game GPS that I would Press the right button, man. There we go. That I would kind of like to see added, and I don't know if it's possible, is that it would it calculates the headlands first, and then it offsets the inside rows, maybe. You know what I'm trying to say? So whereas, you know, we have the odd sort of overlapping cut, it would calculate those, and then if it's possible to sort of balance out the other rows. It's just me being picky. There we go. Keep pressing. I've got my side panel and I'll keep pressing the wrong button, but we are nearly done. So there we go. Get those lifted up, spin back around. Now at some point you can see we've had storm damage. Do it again. That's too late. Oh my word, this is just a masterclass in how not to mow a field. So you can see the storm damage. So at some point we should probably re-drill this, but it's alright for now. There we go. Done it again. Lift everything up. There we go. Turn it off. Hold it up. Jobs are good. Now, let's park this. Yeah. Oh, that was a loud, wasn't it? Right. Turn that off. Jump out of there. Now, we need to have a quick look at, need to be in the vehicles. Come on, there we go. Vehicles. So, our John Deere has 190 horsepower. We have a 250. It might be a job for the Massey, methinks. So, we'll grab that. Get that hooked up to the pickup wagon and start collecting some grass. So I haven't looked at what the actual maximum capacity is, but what I'm hoping is we might have to leave that bit there. Is that we can get a couple of loads done off the field. What we can then do is, and the beauty about this pickup wagon is, because of the twin wheels, there we go, we can actually reverse over the ditch rather handily. So we can collect this bit where we sort of probably went a bit far with the front mower. But you know, these things happen. We didn't end up too far into the water. So yeah, what I'm hoping is a couple of wagons full into the barn, and then we can fill one up and have that as sort of the next day's feed. They've seemed to have got through the hay relatively quickly, but that's not a problem. We can make this a bit of a routine, and then what we can do is we'll get that short pass next time. Is what we can do is then in the winter months when the grass is not back, we can then start to use the TMR a lot more and do the mixes that way. I think that's going to be the plan. So I'll get this full and I'll see you when we are going to tip it into the cow's feed trough. So 47,300 litres, and you can just about see we've got the dump grass prompt up. So let's get that in. Let's have a quick look how much we think it's going to turn. Okay. So we'll probably... We're not going to get... no, because we've still got the 12,000 litres hay in there. So we'll go and pick up the rest of the field. Put as much in as we can. And then move on. Mow another. And then just keep the pickup wagon full. And yeah, job should be a good one now. We got in relatively easily. So let's try and get back out without stuffing it. I did move the telehandler because I had left that rather in the way. And we may end up moving the mixer wagon as well if this is the route that we're going to be taking in and out. That's not too bad, to be fair. So I know that we could be using, I think actually the ribbery, is it the ribbery? I think that is actually already out. I seem to recall seeing it. So that's basically the mower and the pickup wagon all in one. I know I could also put a mower on the front and just go and mow a bit, which probably makes sense, and we might do that occasionally to just, you know, mix things up a bit. But it was nice to use the new mowers, to be fair. There's no point having the kit if we don't use it. So we'll get... I'm going to get this bit here first because I'll forget it otherwise. Just to try and keep the field relatively neat. And then what we'll do is once we've filled the trough as much as we can, we'll grab the Fendt, go and smash out that contract. It won't take long. And then see what there is to do next. So another 26,000-ish litres going in. It might take it all. No, it didn't. There we go. So that's good. 80,750. That's a very random number. You'd think it'd be 80 or 81, but whatever. Not bothered. So yeah, we got the hay. But the grass will be consumed first, so that's fine. We could always go in and remove that if we wanted, but it's a good buffer to have, so I'm not too worried. Now, what I'm thinking is to break up the video a little bit. We'll just get this out of here, and then we can leave that. We can leave that there, actually. We will go, out the bushes. Look at that. Happy cows. Happy cows. Lovely. So, 70 animals, 100% health. Offspring in 9 months. Plenty of... Okay, so we've got the capacities there. So, could have looked in there, couldn't I? We've got plenty of space for manure, plenty of space for slurry, straw's okay, and milk we can hold 90,000 litres, so that's good. Right, let's grab the... Where did I leave it? Wherever I left the Fendt, where did I leave the Fendt? Answers on a postcard where we left... Oh, I know, right here, wasn't it? Of course it was. Of course it was. Of course I am. Right. We will hop in here, head down to field 37, and yeah, get that contract smashed out the park.
this much crowd. Microphone checkers and choose my route. I'm playing on the road, I've got no fear. The sound from my mouth is a rap you hear. No village too deep, no mountain too high. Reach the top, touch the sky. You try to diss me cause I sell out. I'm making techno when I'm proud.
So, I'm not sure if I'll include it, but I did do a little bit of a recording of just the drive down here. Just because we don't very often leave the farm. So I thought, you know what, we've got a bit of a decent tune. Let's make the most of it and try and listen to a bit more of it. So hopefully I included it. If it looked half decent, trying to keep this as neat as possible for the farmer. It's it's not difficult to mow a square field, but you want to try and get as much as possible. Oh, there we go. We could have left that down a bit. There we go. Without being too untidy and mowing through into the next field. But yeah, I think, you know, you sort of get used to odd shaped fields, I guess you'd say. But yeah, you get used to it. It's just about trying to back it up slowly and then get everything lowered down and then floor it and stop before you get to the ditch, really. But yeah, you can see in the corner there how we started, but it's going good. It's not going to take us long, and it's a bit extra cash for us. There we go. Stop that there. And then, because we've got a bit of runoff there, we can then hit the GPS on, lower the mowers down. No, did it again. Back up. You complete and utter noob. Right. Mower down. GPS on. Drive forwards. There we go. Super duper. So yeah, it ain't gonna take us long. And like I say, we get to see the map a bit. Lift that up. Get that mown. There we go. Oh, we're up and down all over the shop. Right. I'll get the headlands done, and then I will see you on the up and down rows. So just starting the up and down rows, and I think I might be wrong. I think I flew past the entrance before. I think we can get in over that side. Oh no, there was a ditch there. I thought we'll have a look when we finish the last row. But yeah, I just thought to myself, did I need to drive all the way around? But yeah. It doesn't matter. There we go. I still find the old grass swaths to be a tad on the bumpy side. I don't know if that's just me. We are running the latest version. There we go. Let's get around on there. Back up a touch. Lower down. GPS on. There we go. There's something to be said for trying to do a relatively neat job when you're doing a contract. It obviously doesn't matter one iota, but you know, the job's worth doing. It's worth doing reasonably well. But we got three passes left, maybe. This is going to be a weird one. Yeah. Is it going to catch much? Oh no, it's not. There we go. That's worked out rather well. Lower down, mowers down, please. Thank you. I think what we will do is, once we get back to the farm, we will drop the rear mower off and then just do some runs round doing it both ways. You know, we've done it the way where we mow it like we're mowing now. And then we can do it the way that I guess you're not supposed to, but it does make a little more sense, I suppose. No, wrong button. There we go. Are we forwards? Yes, we are. Right, so could we get out that way? Yes. Right, we'll head back out that way then. I thought it was a ditch. Honestly, Gov. There we go. Contract finished. Mowers off. Lift them up. Get them folded. And we'll have a beacon on. Right. I'll see you back at the farm. We'll collect the contract. We'll drop the rear mower off. Get the forage wagon back on. And, yeah. Go mowing. Again. Right. Back at the farm. A rear mower dropped off. Massey off of the pottinger and actually put away. So, we're going to go probably either 8 or 9. But what was I going to do? I was going to collect on our contract, wasn't I? £3,140. Thank you very, very much. What else was there? Of course, it's going to save now, isn't it? Wrapping, fertilising, hoeing, mowing. Loads of mowing just cropped up. Head grass. Wood transport. The tedding ones could be interesting. Along with, maybe we have a mowing and a tedding session, because we could use the blah 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 John Deere for the tedding, and we can then use the beast of the Fent for the mowing, maybe. Who knows? Right, let's get unfold. Now, if I press that, is that like I'll lower both? Yes, lovely jubbly. Right. So, let's pick a field. Pick a field, any field. And I like the fact that it's picked up. Let's go this one. So, power on. GPS on, lower down, and off we go. Are we working? Yes, we are. Haha. It's a proper zero grazing to me. Now, it's going to be tricky to keep it 100% neat. So what we might end up doing is coming in and tidying up the corners. But what we should be able to do is if we do that, then that. That's not picking anything up. There we go. Maybe we just do up and down rows and then mow and bale the headlands. That could be a more sensible idea. Let's back up as far as we can. There we go. Right. Lower down. GPS on. Go. And then anything we can't mow or can't fit in, like I say, we'll then mow it, tidy it up, whether we bale it for silage, whether we bale it for hay, one or t'other. We won't let anything go to waste. But yeah, this is cool. This is very, very cool. Marnux, you're a very clever man. Aha. Right. If we pick up there, that'll grab that, spin round as tight as we can, without snapping any PTOs. Because all this now is just sort of ready to be, it's feed ready to go in at maybe like the start of every morning, something like that. So all good. Right, lower that down, lower that down, off we go. And that, I think, is where we're going to leave it for today. We are zero grazing in FS25. I love it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to the YouTube channel members and the Patreons. You're all awesome. And I shall catch you all in the next one. Take care.